The room exploded with applause as Marion Barry stood at the podium, arms raised in victory. It was November 7th, 1978, and Washington, D.C. was witnessing history. Barry, a charismatic and larger-than-life figure, had just been elected the city's second mayor, marking a turning point in the journey toward self-governance. The celebration at the Capitol Hilton was electric, filled with supporters and dignitaries who understood that this moment wasn't just about one man. It was about the hopes of an entire city finally taking the reins of its future.
Barry's journey to this night had been nothing short of heroic. A former civil rights leader, he moved to Washington in the 1960s and quickly became a champion for the city's marginalized communities. But his transformation into a local legend came in 1977, when, as a council member, he was shot during a hostage standoff at the district building. The bullet pierced his chest and narrowly missed his heart, but Barry not only survived, he walked out of the hospital days later, a symbol of resilience and courage. That act of bravery cemented his status as a hero, someone willing to risk everything for the city he loved. Now, as mayor, Barry promised to bring that same tenacity to tackling the city's challenges: unemployment, housing, and opportunities for its black majority. Barry wasn't just a politician, he was a force of nature. Known for his magnetic personality, he and his wife Effie were at the heart of the city's social and cultural life. Together, they were a power couple who brought glamour, charm, and a sense of belonging to their public roles. Effie Barry, poised and gracious, was an essential partner in her husband's rise. She hosted countless gatherings that bridged the worlds of politics, culture, and international diplomacy, earning admiration for her ability to gracefully navigate DC's often fractious social scene. Barry and Effie didn't confine themselves to the local stage. They engaged nationally and internationally, representing Washington, D.C., at events that elevated the city's profile. They moved effortlessly between hosting neighborhood block parties and attending high-profile galas, international conferences, and state dinners. Barry understood that being mayor wasn't just about governance, it was about connecting with every facet of the city's life, from its bustling street corners to its embassies and cultural institutions. The people around Barry on that night reflected the city's power and promise. Walter Fauntroy, the city's first delegate to Congress, stood with the mayor-elect. A veteran of the civil rights movement and confidant of Martin Luther King Jr., Fauntroy shared Barry's vision for a more equitable Washington. Sterling Tucker, the first chairman of the council and Barry's opponent in the mayoral race, had also been a key player in the city's early years of home rule. Even outgoing Mayor Walter Washington, a dignified and steady leader, was present, recognizing the historic nature of Barry's win despite their political differences. For Barry, this victory was more than personal. It was the culmination of a city's long fight for autonomy. Washington, D.C. had only gained home rule in 1974, finally allowing its residents to elect their own leaders after decades of federal control. Barry's win was a powerful affirmation of the city's growing self-determination, and for many, it signified the dawn of a new era. As mayor, Barry's story would become a tale of triumphs and struggles. He was a visionary leader who created opportunities for black residents, expanded youth programs, and fostered economic growth. But his tenure was also marked by corruption allegations, and most infamously, his 1990 arrest for drug use, which became a national scandal. Through it all, Barry's connection to the people never waned. He returned to politics after serving prison time, re-elected to public office, and earning the nickname Mayor for Life from loyal supporters who never stopped believing in his ability to fight for them. Effie Barry, a key figure in the city's social and cultural life, stood by him through the highs and lows. Her work on public health issues, particularly AIDS awareness, left a lasting legacy even after their personal and public lives were tested by scandal. Her grace and dedication to the city earned her widespread respect until her death from leukemia in 2007. That night in 1978, however, was untouched by the complexities that lay ahead. It was a celebration of hope and possibility, of a city stepping into its own power. Marion Barry, the man who had been shot while fighting for his city, stood as its leader, ready to take on the challenges of the future with the same fearless energy that had brought him to this moment. For Washington, D.C., it was a night to believe in itself, and in the man who promised to lead it boldly forward.